Time.tv.
Previously on Mystical Ninja. Well, hello once again, and welcome back to Nathan Plays Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. My name is Nathan, and this is Mystical Ninja for the Nintendo 64. In the previous episode, we went on quite a crazy little fetch quest involving jumping up that horrifying tower of platforms. We also found out that we had to make a lot of money in order to buy a special cucumber, which is... I don't know if that's the most ridiculous thing this game has asked us to do. I'm not 100% sure, but it feels like it's right up there. In any case, I had a pretty good idea of where I was going to make this money, and that involved going back to... where is it? Ghost Toys Castle. Yes, Ghost Toys Castle. Maybe there are other, better ways to grind for cash in this game. I'm not 100% sure. But this was the one that I thought of. And it involves going through the first easy couple of rooms here. We'll see if you remember it by the time I get there. Castle's gone dark once again. So all we get is the funky bass line of the extremely cool track that was playing here. Spike Trap didn't do quite so well that time. Back in the Mannequin Heads room with a quick check off to the side to make sure I'm going the right way, but it's the only way that I can go. And in this room, we can take this nifty tram over to the other side. Woo! Nice and quick. And we're here. Yes, this is the room where you take out a few of these Daruma fellows, and then you can grab this sort of blossom thing off to the side, bring it up to the top of the pot plant, and it'll spit out a whole bunch of money. Just how much remains to be seen, but I remember it being quite a bit. And it seemed reasonably accessible to, you know, in order to have to do a couple of times over. So having cleared out a few of the enemies, I went and grabbed it, bring it around to the front. Elevator up there. Try to toss it into the center. Missed, just missed, off the rim. And then this happens. Time to collect my winnings. Don't fall off. And in the end, we've made about 80 bucks, which is pretty good for a few minutes' work. And not very difficult work. I played the flute because I was getting this game confused with other ones in which the flute will sometimes be an exit out of the dungeon. I think you do it in one of the Zelda games, I don't know. So then I had to walk back, all by myself. And then turn around and come back in. Pretty exciting stuff. So we're just going to skip through most of it. This is time the second here. This time about, just around $90 there. 90 Rio. Back outside. Back in for number 3. Getting closer. This is attempt number 4. And by this point, believe me, I was getting pretty good at speedrunning the way in and out of this castle, I think. GDQ, here I come. And, oh shoot, I lost count. What was I, 5? So not too bad. Altogether, I think this probably took about, I'd say 10-15 minutes of playing that I've snipped out here. just for the various trips in and out. But now we have 818 Rio, so it's time to go back to Zazen Town and buy ourselves a cucumber. Like I said, there's probably other areas in the game that you can quickly go in and out of and just like ransack a jar somewhere or something, but this worked, and it wasn't too bad. Head back to this guy, and I was carelessly mashing the buttons, and so I accidentally said that I'm just here to see the big sacred fire, but actually what I wanted is Kihachi's favorite. Yes, we want your cucumbers for 800 Rio. Yes, we do. You've made a wise purchase. Have we, though? Have we? Because I can buy a suit of golden armor for less money than this cucumber. So, how wise are we talking here? Anyway, back to Kihachi. And without further ado, he coughs up the miracle item. It's shaped like a snowflake, apparently. That's a fun fact. We didn't even get to see the cucumber. That's disappointing. So it's another flute ride back to the northern town. And walk from there, up around the bend, to the big lake area that had the submarine in it, as you recall. But we want something just next to the lake area, which is this strange stone circle that we discovered last time. No, time before. I don't remember. Stepping on top of the statue head triggers this little cutscene here. Do you wish to save the game to this point? Ooh, something big is going down. Yes, we do. There you are. 4 miracle items. Now open the passage to outer space. It's a pretty common thing to say, I think. I am the Pemo Pemo God. Let me warn you that once you go to outer space, you may never be able to return. That's fine, I'm done with Japan. Will you still go? Yeah, sure. We got nothing else to do here, I think. Let's get this over with. Looks like Team Goemon is blasting off again. And we find ourselves in gorgeous musical castle, just thrown right into the dungeon here. We got some Hammer Bros. We got a pretty cool new song, actually. And a golden key door. Off to this side, we have kind of a little chamber here with the return of the little fire breather. And cleverly hidden behind these screens, a whole bunch of money. And a health up. Here we get to rather a large room with some kind of scaffolding around, I guess. And water in the bottom there. Kind of lost my train of thought for a second. Just spaced right out. So I decided to try and climb to the top. There's a health thing there that we do not need. Some golden dango. Here we discovered that the sort of grip thing is not the best ever. Just feels like a game should be a little more lenient with its interpretation of when she grabs the ledge and when not. There's a silver key door up here, and I didn't notice the key at first, and so I decided to drop down and try this door at the bottom. Okay, what are we doing here? And ow! Hey now. Alright, so there's a slight sort of a swing noise, and that means some blades are going to come down at you, and you just need to get to cover when they do. Why this is here? You know, diabolical villain castle, I guess. Yeah, another room with a whole bunch more blades. Checked back outside just to make sure I hadn't missed anything on the platform up here, and no, I had not. And so it seems like we're going to be doing the same thing again. Just try and get to cover. Time things properly. That's 1. Part 2. And 3. Nailed it. Almost got tagged by that last one, I think. So that puts us on a small platform, which, when we drop down, brings us back to the screening room here with the fire breather. Okay. I've missed something here, I believe. This heads back out to the main entrance with just the gold door, right, and the Hammer Brothers. Alright, so it turns out at the top of this scaffolding, as a matter of fact, what I hadn't seen in the far corner there is there's the shine of a silver key, which would have gotten us into this door instead. The bottom door is for if you fall off of this whole thing and you just have to go around and try again. But it's cool. We nailed it. So we find ourselves in a new room with some kind of fans that are moving around. I guess as platforms. Looks like maybe lava down there. Of course it is. This will be fun. Good times for one and all. On the other side of the lava appears to be nothing. And on this side there's just a gap. And a ladder for climbing back up right around the corner here. Alright, okay. Good times. I do like the kind of wall patterns, though. That's fun. Nice colors and things. And if this takes a little too much effort on my part, then there is always that golden dangle over there to get my health back up. Tried to be clever and use the jets. Obviously, that did not work out. But a couple of jumps later, and we're at the gold key. Alright, well, fine. Let's get out of here. Okay, no, I want the other one. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna snag that one, this one right over here. And then we'll go. Oh, come on. Anyway, back at the main entrance there, we open up the gold door to find this kind of new, it's not water exactly, but it is moving. And it seems that heads will pop out of it and shoot at us, which seems... that's hardly fair. Got another sort of area here with more fans, although this time instead of turning around, they're opening and closing, which is a very exciting twist on the formula, as well as notice a lucky cat there that we're going to try and pick up when we can. So we'll make the laborious climb back up to the top here. And wait for the camera to come around to our side, which is just so much fun. Just love it. Yeah, there's that kitty cat. And miss again. There is something to do at the bottom of this one, though, which is that there is a door back there. So we're going to check that out in any case. Just we're down here already. Leads to sort of a motion floor here. We got some more heads popping out. Let's take care of that. Took that one in the face. But we're back on track again. And that brings us to a room with drums, but the camera is, once again, not our friend. And you have to make 3 bounces in a row without really being able to see where you're going. So as you can see, it just doesn't really go up with you. And it's very difficult to center yourself with the forward momentum happening. However, a bit of struggle, and I pulled it off. It's kind of a lucky guess, to be honest. That puts us on a ledge up here, and these purple platforms are going back and forth. What do I do but immediately miss them and realize that I'm back where I was before, actually. Dang it. Yeah, we've come through here before. While we're here, why don't we take another crack at getting that kitty cat before heading back around again. Yes, the silver fortune doll is ours. And then we'll just take kind of an intentional hit on that lava drop because how am I going to do that? And then we're back at the purple platforms. They actually kind of transferred us from one to the other, which is rather nice. And the way you know that this is a dungeon near the end of the game is that it's actually getting us to use some of the abilities that we've accumulated thus far. We did get Mr. Elephant just there, as you saw, and now we're going to use, I think, the second time ever to move a box with our super strength. Pretty exciting ability. I guess you are supposed to be able to use it for combat purposes, but heck, I never remember to do that, and most things die in one hit anyway. So now that we have the gold key, we can head through. We've got a pretty large room here, and what looks to be a small opening at the back, as well as another silver fortune doll. That's going to bring us 4, and that's going to give us a whole new heart. Ebusumaru is just the guy to tackle this tiny little opening, and what's back here but another gold key, which we're going to need. Nothing else going on, apparently, in this room. I feel like we're making good progress here today, actually. Things are going relatively smoothly. Famous last words, perhaps. Before heading downstairs to the gold key door, I saw there was a ladder off to the side, and I wanted to investigate that. We have kind of a, not a conveyor belt exactly, but just sort of these things marching in a row. Not really much going on here. And then around this side, you've got a big old button. Oh yeah, buttons aren't for stepping on. Nope, they're still not. They're for hitting. I think is it Mario 64 that taught me to step on them? I'm not sure. That's always my first impulse, though. Unfortunately, those led to another door. Now, we couldn't, while I was waiting for the camera to turn around in this room, I got hit by 2 hammers because I can't see what the heck is going on. It's really fair, game. Thank you for not including camera controls and just making us wait. In my rage, I destroyed each of the Hammer Bros, and it felt good. Oh boy. Okay, what's going on in here? So we have a little platform there. These boxes are going to move around. This feels very, oh, you know what? Super Mario Sunshine has scarred me on moving boxes and having to stay on the ledges of things forever. You know when they'd make you do the levels and you didn't have your, like, your jetpack? Ugh. Anyway. So we made it up the first one pretty well. It seems that if you just stand in the right place, you don't actually have to move at all. Tried it again with this one, and it did not work. It wasn't hugely amazing to watch. It's just a lot of trial and error as I try and get the right place and move at the right time, and so we'll just cut out part of it. I wasn't here forever, but I just felt like it wasn't that exciting to watch over and over. So we just barely made this one and got to a tiny little ledge on one side of the room. We get our diamond key. No big deal. Bust up these Hammer Bros. Take a hit there. Not too bad. See, if I would have bought expensive armor, I'd be long through it by this point in the game because... Or in the dungeon, I mean. And now I have to climb all the way up, back around, and hit the button to bring those little stairs down. So we're on sort of a walkway that goes around the corner here. Can't see what we're doing. Run straight into a wall. Perfect. Thank you. Got some waves coming at us that we need to dodge. Doing pretty well, except right here we're going to take a hit because it's just... Can't really see them coming. Not too bad. Big old empty room. I guess we're going around. And there's one more button there to hit. This time I remembered. No jumping on the button, only hitting. Well, we know just the person to tackle a great big pool of water, don't we? Bust up some seahorses there. And we grabbed even a surprise pack, which, as you recall, increases our remaining players by 1. So that's rather nice. There's also a vase with a bit of money in it. Not really a lot else going on down here. So we made our way back to this end, climbed out of the water, and apparently we're out. We did it. So this is a little bit unusual. There was no final boss. It's playing sort of a town-esque theme, and we got shops up here. Up here in outer space, where the skies are blue. Are there people in the shops? Yes, ever so many. Peach Mountain Musical is out twice a day at 1 and 5 p.m. It's always the same content, but I keep on seeing it anyway. Well, that's good. Good that you're loyal. It's nice. When I woke up in the morning, the town looked so different. Yeah, well, it's in space, isn't it? So, not really wanting to buy anything from the shop. We're going to keep battling through these rose guys here. I got a little bit wiser and used my chain pipe to keep them at a distance, because as you saw, those flowers do stick and do ongoing damage. Couldn't figure a way to shake them off. We also found the inn here, and I figured that at this point, I'd been recording plenty of footage. This area's terrible for business. Give up being a merchant and become a musical star. Isn't that the dream? Our Sogan town has become what it is now in an instant. I've got no idea how we're going to be able to manage from now on. Well, I will give the inn a little bit of money, won't I? So I'm going to spend the night here, and we're going to call that a video. I think we're moving on to the finale in the next one, but we'll see. We must be very close to the end, in any case. Thank you ever so much for watching. We'll see you next mission, and please check the description below the video for a short poll. I'm just asking a couple of questions about the future of Nathan Plays, just some of the stuff we should do next and what you'd like to see. It'll take you like a minute, tops. So please check it out. Thanks again. See you next mission.